Hi everyone, Mike Levin, Friday, June 23rd. I am equipped with new t-shirts. The order from Busted Tees just came in, and I've got a nice supply here to keep me at least a little bit more varied at work and with Addie. So you see me getting ready for the weekend with Addie with my avocado superfood, almost ripe, and my mangoes for blending, and my magic thumb for teaching her magic tricks, ramen because she loves it, and the Flying Machines book from the comic book store near where I work, written by Allison Wilgus and Molly Brooks, and from the perspective of Orville and Wilbur's little sister, which is something that is a recurring theme with Addie. I think she'll enjoy that. And I got the cats set up with their food and their water for the day. And so I am out of here. I figured I'd start my video in the apartment today. Usually I start it out on the street, but I'm winding up my time here at this place, and I thought I would capture a little bit of the flavor of it. And so yesterday, I was planning on doing a massive cleanup of all, and it's not even a cleanup, it's just a compression of all the data I collect from Google Search Console across a whole vast array of sites on a daily basis, getting the daily, weekly, and monthly data polls, dropping them as CSV files on arranged directory structure on Google Drive, which is filling up now quite quickly. So I did my research and I see that zip file, and I believe built into the Python core library, is in fact my answer to that problem, and it looks also like it's going to be a snap. However, I did not do the work yesterday because the daily grind reared its ugly head, and I had a whole bunch of questions to answer. The source of these questions is very interesting and indicative of what's going on in the industry that's making me perceive myself as doing a career shift from old school SEO to more of a data science type approach and machine learning exercises that I have to start doing. So what's going on now is that Google is starting to evaluate ad quality according to their quality guideline rules. That is mostly a set of stuff, a PDF document, the Google Quality Assurance Evaluator Guidelines. It's always published online and it's always updated, and there was an update recently, and people ask me, where is the tool you can plug a URL into and get a pass-fail out of? And I'm like, there is none, because Google is doing machine learning training groups. In other words, they're using the feedback from all these evaluators, these quality evaluators who are rating things on a scale, in order to do whatever heuristic Bayesian matching of new URLs to see which set it closely matches. It's a very simple, straightforward, process. However, it's a black box where you feed in a URL and you get a pass-fail out. And these machine learning, deeply nested hierarchical networks of decision trees, not if-then statements at all, nothing that can be deconstructed and laid into a grid for, gotta have this attribute about the page, gotta have such and such page length, such and such length of a title tag. That does not come out in this answer. It does not correlate the attributes and factors that made it give its answer with the answer. That's sort of unreachable, unobtainable. And in researching why that is, it's a fascinating learning exercise about machine learning. That sort of transparency of decisions is a big issue as we start handing over more and more tasks to our smarter than us machine learning decision-making systems, analogs of us. Certainly nothing like artificial intelligence that you'll have a a Turing test passing conversation with, but when fed sufficient input, it's going to have a better answer than you. That's a fact. That's the world we're in. The AI from Google, an acquired company, but still it's a Google technology now. I think it's called Deep Thought. It's Google's version of Deep Blue. It beat the master Go player in Go. Now, of course, Deep Blue beat was Kasparov in chess many, many years ago. Fast forward to today, progress has been being made the whole while. And whereas Deep Blue and Holmes and the system, the IBM system behind Watson, not Holmes. Should have been Holmes, huh? The Watson system has to be trained by experts and massive amounts of data fed in beforehand before it can answer your questions. Not so with the Google system. It can just watch the input and start to piece it all together in a very, they make a big point of emphasizing according to a generalized system. It's generalized learning. So it learned Go from watching lots and lots of games on the internet, and gradually learned how to play Go better than any of those players, and then eventually beat the best player in the world. And this is significant because the amounts of board positions in Go is more than the total number of atoms in the universe that they say, who knows, but it's a more complex game, or it's not more, comparing Go to chess. It's different from chess, whereas chess has a finite number of moves and a finite number of known games that can be played. As enormous as it is, it does. Not so with Go, or at least beyond our reasonable ability to use the same game playing methodology. So it was a milestone to have an AI system beat the world's Go champion. And that's in systems that are off in, the back, rooms and, research facilities of companies like Google. I guess they're, Alphabet company. But it's trickling down, and all the learnings are reaching systems that are deployed today, controlling what search results you see when you plug in keywords. How can it not be? The mandate came down from Google to incorporate machine learning into all its processes, which was very clear from the presentations given at the last Google I/O. So not only does the technology exist, but it's being forced from the fringes into the mainstream systems by those companies with the competency to do it. And things are changing. And they are still black boxes that can be looked at from the outside, so long as you got the ability to experiment with the black box, which you do not now in the ad quality test that's out there. Google just gets to it when it gets to it. It runs the test, it seems, once every 2 weeks or so against your site, gives you a pass-fail report, but I have only seen passes so far, which is interesting. I think they're holding back the fails until they have enough data in there, guided. So there's two types of machine learning. Go is using the non-human guided training process. The quality assurance on search results is using the human guided machine learning groups, where humans are categorizing things to create the sample sets to be evaluated for matching things to tags. And it's a pretty big difference in approach, and we have to make sure that the Google quality evaluators for web content and ads rate us correctly, or do not drop us into the wrong sample group, so that on the whole, high quality pages, good content that should be rewarded in search, are pages that generally look like our pages, and not just the on-page content. It's always a risky proposition to, talk like this, because you think, oh, you look at the page. you look at the whole link network, and you even look at the whole history of the link graph. Google is recalculating PageRank from the beginning of time using these new techniques, or at least using the link graph data as input for machine learning to create new learnings, new evaluations, new determinations for better relevancy. And we on the outside have to just sort of intuitively understand it and keep pace. So old school SEOs have a little bit of place in this world because we intuit things and we sort of, project and predict the future based on vague feelings from just simply having taken a lot of input and a lot of observation and a lot of performing search results ourselves, reading the forums sometimes. But it's also good for the next generation of SEOs who are going to find correlation, who are going to, do data experiments using Python and Jupyter Notebook is what I'm saying, and manage their own data occasionally and leverage the cloud occasionally and do some big number crunching with tools like Amazon Lambda occasionally, but also using very lightweight local approaches too, like CSV files on your hard drive that Python can read and parse, which is essentially data that gets pulled down from other data sources. So there are many approaches and ways to do SEO these days, and I'm trying to formalize something that I can make a specialty of that has another 10 to 20 years of life in it, my whole remaining professional career. Hopefully at this company, who knows, maybe if I hit it out of the ballpark with these next few projects, doing my career adjustment, course correction, I become exactly what this company needs, and ... So that's kind of what I'm trying to do right now, and so long, and thanks for all the fish, and do not forget to subscribe. Thanks, bye.